Good morning, good morning, good morning. No, you're not dreaming. Your boy couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd work. So enjoy this next episode of Eagle Eye. All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is Eagle Eye, the transfer rumour show where I talk to you about rumours and news surrounding the Arsenal. This is insane work rate, I know. But I figured I'm literally just in bed coughing a storm up. And my cough will not allow me to sleep. So I figured, you know what? I might as well work. So I figured, let me give you guys this video. So do me a big favor, because it's going to need it today. It's definitely going to need it more than any other video I've done recently. I need them likes. So I can't imagine many of you guys are going to be able to watch this live in the morning. So at least alert the other people by sticking a like on this video, hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, and sharing it to whoever you think may not see this video. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are feeling a lot better than I am. God forbid. Before I know what you're thinking, I don't think I have COVID. I'm still tasting stuff. I'm still smelling stuff. I still don't have a temperature, but I have a cough that will not go away. So pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. So anyway, but I hope you guys are all well. And let's talk about some stories. While I'm up, I might as well. Let's talk about Mr. Alex Lacazette. Yes, my man. Defiance. I kind of likes it. So there have been rumours all of yesterday that Alex Lacazette was being ready to be sold. And I mean, it's been rumours like that all summer. But very recently, it really intensified to the point where people were talking like we had already got a deal done with Atletico Madrid, in principle, to swap Alex Lacazette for Partey. Now, I heard that story on Thursday. I purposely didn't say anything about that story because I kind of thought, despite what people think, I don't necessarily just put anything out there. So I kind of thought, all of a sudden we've got something done. So I wanted to see how that story kind of played out. And obviously a lot of rumors had intensified to the point where they just flat out asked Alex Lacazette, are you looking to leave the club? Now, I'd obviously reported to you guys on Wednesday, Tuesday, one of those 2 days, that Alex Lacazette actually really liked the interest being shown in him in Atletico Madrid. And he wanted to know he was a starter. Much like in the Martinez situation, Arteta couldn't guarantee that he'd be a starter. So he was looking to leave the club. Well, apparently a lot of that is BS. He has been very defiant recently, to the point where in an interview, he was just flat out asked, are you looking to leave Arsenal Football Club? And I think his agent came out and had a couple of things to say as well. Let me look for the quote for that. But essentially, the essence of it was that he is, as far as he's concerned, he signed a 5-year deal with Arsenal when he joined Arsenal originally. And that from his end, he intends to honour that deal. He's got 2 years left, and he doesn't see any reason why he should leave the club as a result. He says that essentially, if it was up to him, that he would stay at the club, and that he feels as though the manager would also trust him to stay at the club. So that implies that he believes he's being sold rather than the manager wanting him to go. But surely, if Alex Lacazette goes, then Arteta's signed off on that, especially now. That would have been perhaps more true if Raul was still there, but especially now, given Arteta's, I guess, promotion to manager since the restructure has changed, the kind of indication that we're getting is that Arteta sets the ball rolling, Edu gets it done. So I can't imagine that any player that leaves now in today's setup is against Arteta's wishes. So it would be interesting to see how that plays out. But from all the other stories I'm hearing today, Arsenal are still exploring options, believe it or not, to sell Lacazette in spite of these comments. So something has got to give way, you would have thought. What do you think will end up happening? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And I guess along the same lines, I might as well speak about this geezer. He came out today and also basically said that, he was very keen to stay at the club. In fact, so much so that he's rejected offers from other teams, including going back to see Mr. Unai Emery and his team, Villarreal. I knew he wouldn't want to go to Villarreal. Supposedly, he's rejected other teams like Lyon, although Lyon would suggest that it was the other way around, and that he's determined to stay at the club. That he feels that he's had clear-the-air talks with Arteta and is quite determined to stay at the club. Moreover, we've also heard from Tuchel that he is personally not interested in Guendouzi. So we're starting to think that really, options are quite limited for Guendouzi. And maybe we need to face facts that perhaps this kid is going to end up staying at the club. After all that initial noise and drum roll, he's going to end up staying at the club. I guess what would you guys do? Because now we are really starting to lose hope, I think, of completing a double deal for Houssem Aouar, who I'll come back to in a minute, and Thomas Partey. I think those deals are getting smaller and smaller by the second, aren't they? I did tell you I'd find it difficult to believe, for all different types of reasons, that Arsenal will be able to complete a deal for both of them. I think we are now starting to see this play out. Because if Guendouzi don't go anywhere, let me tell you something. There ain't no way Arsenal's buying both of them. I'll tell you that for free. That's not happening. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think we should do? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Okay, let's talk about which way should we go? Let's talk about this guy, Mr. Osun Eduard. The guy that I think most Arsenal fans would want us to go and get should Lacazette end up going. Well, all of a sudden yesterday, following a certain podcast, specifically called the Transfer Rumour podcast, we started hearing this story that not only were Arsenal still very much interested in Osun Eduard, but they'd actually put in a bid. They put in a bid of specifically £22 million for an Osun Eduard. I must admit, just the way the story came about and everything, I feel like it's just bullshit. Like, it feels like someone decided they wanted some buzz for their dead podcast, and they thought they'll just make some random, they just make some random claim that Arsenal made a bid for him. But I'll read the story anyway. Arsenal made a second bid. Also, it's not even a first. It's a second bid for Celtic striker Osun Eduard, according to Duncan Giles of the Sunday Times. Now, I know he says the Sunday Times. Trust me, this interview took place on a podcast called something like the Transfer Daily or Transfer Rumour podcast or something like that. The Gunners reportedly had an initial offer of £15 million. Actually, see, now when you put it like that, I could believe Arsenal would do that. I could believe Arsenal would give them half of what they're looking for just to negotiate. So, yeah, that does seem like an Arsenal tactic. I had an initial offer of £15 million rejected and have come back with 22. The 22-year-old has scored 28 goals in all competitions last season and a lot more assists. They forgot to mention that part. I'm in two minds about Arsenal's possible interest in Eduard. He's young, he's extremely talented, looks to be a star in the making. In a vacuum, he'd be great, but he'd be a great add. But the Gunners have a logjam at striker. So much so that a highly rated 19-year-old Balogun wants out because he doesn't see a path for first team minutes. Yeah, but as much as I rate Balogun, I'll be the first one to say Eduard is more ready for first team football. I think Balogun, for me, in an ideal world, I would have loved to have seen Balogun in Eddie's spot. So not necessarily guaranteeing a first team spot, but someone that occasionally will push a Lacazette or would be right behind a Lacazette in an ideal situation. Whereas I think Eduard could quite rightly be the replacement for Lacazette. I'm not going to tell you that Balogun should be the replacement for Lacazette. And I love Balogun. You guys know this. Anyway, the move makes more sense. However, if Arsenal are planning to sell a Lacazette, the general consensus was that Arsenal would keep one of Aubameyang and Lacazette's longer term. With Aubameyang's contract coming to an end soon, it could be that Lacazette's days in North London are numbered. He has been long linked with a move to Atletico Madrid, Juventus, yada, yada, yada. The Gunners are reportedly looking to sell Lacazette for 35 million plus. From quick Googling, it seems like Lacazette would sell more. Sorry, ignore that bit. Yeah, and they suggest that this is a deal that's generally the consensus is to fund that deal for Thomas Partey and Hossein Eduard. I guess my question to you guys, well, what would you think? Is this a situation that you'd like? Is this a situation that you feel that we should continue to pursue? Are you happy that Lacazette is looking to stay and seems determined to stay at the club? What do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Now, unfortunately, we're in a situation where we are losing one of our two goalkeepers. And typical Arsenal, we're losing the better one of those two in Emiliano Martinez. I've had my say on this. Anyone that doesn't know what I think on this, go and watch the video where I tell you first that Emmy has agreed personal terms with Aston Villa. I give my full thorough thoughts on this. I don't want to repeat it too much. But moving on to Emmy Martinez, it looks like he's being left out of the Arsenal squad. I did do a preview for the Fulham game. Do go check that out if you haven't already. He isn't in the Fulham squad, so therefore he wasn't in my team. And yeah, it's very possible that, well, it's very likely that he's looking to leave the club. Interestingly enough, as part of his contract deal, supposedly there are rumors that Arsenal actually owe him money, like directly. So this may be a little bit protracted while they sort that out. I suppose in theory, there's nothing to stop him from moving clubs and still sorting that out. And arguably, it might speed things up because you'll feel more comfortable doing it. But yes, it's looking like he is set to leave for 20 million. Brighton have come in last minute to see if they can hijack the deal. Again, for around about the £20 million mark. So we'll see what happens, man. I think that kid is so good. I think he'll be so good. And I think sometimes you just have to shake your shoulders and say, all right, good luck to you. We tried to keep you. Good luck to you. It is what it is. But again, what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And then last but not least, no, I won't talk about two more things I'll talk about. I'll talk about this young man, David Raya. He is the man that is being chosen to deputize for Leno. You guys know my thoughts on him. I don't think he's that good. I think he is pretty good in a one-on-one situation, and he's good very much in close quarters. But other than that, some of the saves I've seen him make are usually for the camera. And then the one time he just slip up and probably should have saved it, really, in the same game. He didn't. So, yeah, it kind of makes me think to myself, honestly, my gut instinct is he's not good enough. I'm just going to be real with you. That's my gut instinct. But listen, Arsenal don't want necessarily good enough. That's the message you send by getting rid of one of your goalkeepers. They don't want good enough. They just want someone who's happy to be number 2. So we'll see what ends up happening. But what do you guys think will happen? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And then finally, let's talk about this young man. I can't seem to do one of these Eagle Eye episodes and not talk about Thomas Partey. It seems as though Inter Milan have entered the race for him. So much so that they've actually made an approach to Atletico Madrid about signing Perisic in exchange for Thomas Partey. And I tell you what, I think we are dancing a dangerous dance if you don't think at some point Partey's going to get sick of this nonsense and join another club. So Arsenal need to get their shit together quick, and not get like big dicked off a signing, especially by Inter Milan. Fuck Inter Milan. Go in there and slap the big dick down and show them who's the mandingo out here. But again, what do you guys think? Let me know. Once again, leave it in the comments below. I think that's pretty much it. So let me get rid of this. Let me sit this down so I can turn my camera on. Ugh. See, now, this is how fucked up my sleep pattern is. Now I'm starting to feel tired. But yeah, that makes sense. It's 6:45 on a Saturday, so that makes sense. So I won't go on for too long, guys, as you can imagine. I'm up so late, it's early. So let me see what you lot are saying. We're pissing about like a small club. Martinez over Leno. Damn right. Are you ready for today, Chip? Nope, but I will be. I'm going to get a nice 3-4 hour power nap. Wait a minute, we kick off at 3. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine for that. God willing, I'll be all right for that. I just realised, because the way Joanne said it, I thought, oh, is it a midday kickoff? It is a midday kickoff. Oh, shit, no wonder she asked me. Then, yes, I'm going to have a 3-4 hour nap. We'll get this done. Not a problem. Not a problem. So, not a problem. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Anyway, are you guys feeling confident about today? What are you guys thinking? You know what I realized when I'd done like a couple of previews in that, and I realized halfway through the combat show, I was like, shit, I didn't give a prediction for the Fulham game. So I guess my prediction for the Fulham game is I think we'll win 3-0. I think we'll win 3-0. So yeah. I think it'll be a nice solid game for us. So we'll see what happens. Greetings from Toronto. I know you lot must be up late. You American lot. So your DVSs, your Canadians as well, because you're more or less on the same times. Well, actually, it depends where in Canada and where in America. But I know you lot must be up late. So if I'm up so late it's early, you guys are definitely up late. Smash the like button. Yes, thanks, Gary. Appreciate it. Thank you, my bro. 3-1 to the Arsenal, 3-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal. I'll take a 1-0. I'll take a boring 1-0 all day long. I'm up mad early. I'm jealous of you, brother, because that means you've had sleep. 2-2 DVS. There you go. 2 a.m. Madness. You definitely got to go to bed. Get to bed so you can be up for the game. 3-2 Arsenal, last minute winner. Interesting. Very specific. I'm going to look out for that, Dave. I might even put a small cheeky bet on that, just in case. I can't sleep because of the game. I'm gassed. I wish that was my excuse. I'll be honest. I stopped getting them goosebumps. The last time I had that sort of goosebump was before the Champions League final in 06. Yeah, I was shitting myself. I have never been so nervous for an Arsenal game. Because in my mind, all I kept thinking was, just don't get slapped. Go there and represent yourself properly. And to be fair, we did. We did. And in a lot of ways, that was why that game stung so badly, because we played better than them fuckers. I don't care what anyone tells me. We played better than them fuckers. We made 3 or 4 errors, and that's essentially what cost us that game. The Henry one-on-one, the 2 Almunia goals, and then Jens Lehmann running out like an idiot. Those were the 4 instances, in my opinion, that cost us that game. Other than that, I don't care. We slapped Barcelona that day. We slapped them. 4 moments that fucked us up. Feels like Christmas Eve. Yeah, I noticed Christmas Eve randomly trending yesterday. It'll be interesting to see the starting lineup. Yeah, it will. I've got a feeling Gabriel might start. You heard it here first. If El Nene starts alongside Granit Xhaka, shit. That's all I can say. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Yo, keep up the great streams. Thank you, Footmaster. Appreciate it. No to David Raya. Get the PSG or keep on loan. Too late for that. Too late for that. He's already gone. He's already gone. Way too late for that. Pirate King, what's up, chat? What's up, brother? I hope you're well. 3-1 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to Fulham. Samir's taking the piss. Because even Fulham fans are not that hopeful. 9:30 p.m. kickoff in Melbourne. Something to look forward to. So it busts me about 3 o'clock now. Maybe 4, heading towards 4. Chick, can you read my comments? Chick, read my comments. What am I supposed to be reading? Because the last thing you put was Champions League trophy is not for anyone. And then Barcelona, LOL. You have to give me something to read, my bro. Should I stay up to 4 to watch 4 a.m. to watch Is a Draw? It's up to you, DVS. Must admit, I think you guys are heroes, the ones that do it. I do it because I'm crazy about Arsenal, unfortunately. I think only you know whether or not. I wouldn't blame anyone that says fuck that, to be honest. But I know I would do it. I know I would do it. No, I can read your comments, bro. It's sensational. I can read your comments. Yeah, mate. 4 p.m. in Melbourne right now. Right now. So that's supposed to say right now. Right now, not really used to watching Arsenal game that early. I usually a once off for us. We do have the occasional lunchtime game. I didn't realize it was a lunchtime game tomorrow. Thank God I did my preview yesterday because I almost was not. I was going to leave it till today. So I'm glad I didn't do that. Chig, would you prefer to see a back 3 or back 4? So in my preview, I went a back 4 because I don't think we need to be containing teams against the smaller sides. Now, there's an argument to be made that, you know, when you go away, we should be looking to contain the team. But, Rago, for me, I would set my stall out, set my intention out that, you know, we're going with that extra midfielder in the middle. MMAC, quite frankly, I honestly don't know. You can see my eyes are heavy. My eyes are heavy. Basically, I couldn't sleep because I have a cough. It's been keeping me up pretty much for the last week or so. And I figured today, you know what, Rago, let me just do a video. So I'm going to quickly power nap it before the Arsenal game and then get ready. Chig, you're up early, showing on TV, please. 12:30. Yeah, I know it's on BT. Today's games are kind of boring. They're not great. I didn't even realize that Arsenal was. I didn't even realize that Arsenal was on that early. I know they're on BT Sports though. Mr. San Andreas, what do you think of Troops leaving AFTV? Good luck to him. Good luck to him. I've said before that, trust me, this YouTube thing is not the be all and end all for anybody unless they choose it to be. I've told you guys, for me personally, the thing that I want out of all of this is for one day to have kind of a studio of networks of podcasts. That's my eventual aim, of which mine might be a little spoke on that wheel. But that's what I'm looking to do. Some people want to be that Instagram star. They want to just be known for the guy that occasionally DMs the guy that is actually interesting. But there are other people that just have that ambition. And you can usually tell who's ambitious by the work rate. Like, for example, what other YouTuber do you know will stream around this time? And before anyone says that, yes, I do realize he's streaming right now. I do realize that massive fraud. Someone go and tell him that. So yeah, but you can usually tell the work rate is what usually shines through. From an AFTV business standpoint, they've lost their biggest star. He is their biggest star. Their most recognizable face, their most recognizable voice, their most recognizable brand, purely from a business standpoint. So that will be a hit. It will be a hit. But, you know, they're such an entity in modern day culture, AFTV, much the annoyance of a lot of people. Man, they have their haters. That they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They will be fine. But good luck to Troops. I mean, for me, you know, I think if he has a team around him that has the technical side down, and I haven't yet listened to his first episode of his podcast, but I've heard very good things. So, you know, if he has the technical side down, and quite honestly with Troops, his biggest problem, and I'll say this to his face, so I have no problem saying it to you lot, his biggest problem is just work rate. The guy has everything. It's just work rate. If he has that consistency and work rate, he'll be the biggest star. I've always said that about him. So I hope he has that team as part of his package to push him. Because provided he has that, he will smash it. I have no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. So I called this last time. It'll be a very long season with this squad. Yes, you did, Daniel. You did. You did. We'll see. We'll see. One thing I'll prepare you guys for, by the way. I've just done a Premier League predictor video. That is available right now for Gold members. Right this second, it's available for Gold members. This evening, that same video will become available for all members. And then for you subscribers, that video comes out tomorrow evening. Yeah, so make sure you keep an eye out on that. I do all 20 teams. I use the BBC predictor kind of app thing that they have on their website. So you can see exactly where I think every single team will finish this season. So keep a lookout for that. Hello, Chig. Will we see you tomorrow with the watch along with Lee? When the transfer window closes, Chig, Who do you think Arsenal will sell this summer? So I do a chopping block series for that, Jose, and that usually details who I think will go and who I think Arsenal should sell. I don't think as many people as we need to get rid of will go. For example, I want Socrates to go. I think he'll go. I want Kolasinac to go. I think he'll go. I want Mustafi to go. I think he'll stay. I want Holden to go. I think he'll stay. So that type of thing. So yeah, I suppose I'm giving you a little bit there. Arsenal should take 15 million for injured Chambers. Yeah, I agree. I would, and I want Chambers to stay. But ultimately, if you're keeping Holding on the books, you may as well sell Chambers then. Air TV was the first channel I followed. To be honest, after I converted over to Lee and Chig, and then I realized how. Okay, well, I'm glad you converted over to us. I won't go as far as to say that last bit for them, but thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. And also, Jose, to answer that second part of that question, because I just realized I didn't. Yes, I will be on the watch along later on with Chig. Later on with Lee. I'm literally going to have a power nap and I will be good to go. And then literally as soon as I finish doing my player ratings, I'm going to sleep, my brother. Torreira. I think Torreira goes. I think Guendouzi stays. Unfortunately. I'm up doing housework before the match, Chig. Maybe you can ring me until I get up. Give me a call, babe, until I pick up. Do you miss going to games? This is a good question. I do. For anyone who doesn't know, before me and Lee started doing these watch-alongs, I did go to a lot of games. And actually, one of the benefits of having a show like this is you develop a lot of contacts. And quite frankly, I would say there's no reason I couldn't go to 70% of games if I really wanted to. Obviously, this is pre-lockdown. Since lockdown, it's kind of made me realize, oh shit, I really did miss the option of going to a game if I really wanted to go. Like I probably would have gone to Arsenal Leeds on my birthday. And I could have done, to be fair, because that was just before we started going all nuts with the lockdown. But I couldn't. In the end, I needed to do something on that day. But the fact that we don't even have that option now, yeah, I do miss it. I know you will. No, I'll be fine. But if obviously I'm so late that I'm not on the show at 12:30, then yes, please do. Please do. And tell hubby I'm sorry for distracting you, and to the point where you have to pick up the phone to me. Advise him there's nothing going on, I promise. Decore, Partey is the same age. Decore and Partey are the same age. Decore is cheaper. Why didn't Arsenal go in for him? Well, you guys know I've liked Decore for a long time. Quite honestly, Partey is a better player. But I hear your point. Quite frankly, they're the same age. Decore is Premier League proven. Partey isn't. Partey is the better player. Confidently, I'll say that. No problem. But I think if the Partey deal is so hard to complete, why not just change tactic? But no, don't change tactic to any kind of Tom, Dick, and Harry. Change tactic to a decent player. Like, for me, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Go and get Sankara. Go get Soromir. Somori. Because I get told off if I don't say it right. Is Sabas even a signing we had last season? Um, I'm happy Ceballos is back. I'm happy he's back. Don't know if that's you. We're always saying you're not. Okay, cool. It's good to hear. Decore is class. I think we saw a Newcastle bid for Summary. Yes, we did. But Summary's already turned moving to Newcastle down before. So I'm a bit surprised that they tried to bid it again. They bid 30 million for him like 6 months ago. Summary decided that he didn't want to go there. Then for some reason now they've upped that bid to 35 million. He still does not want to go there. So it don't make sense to me. But Newcastle, what could you do? They're the only team in the Premier League that are weirder with transfers than us. Lacazette's got to stay. He's a big game player. I can't hate on this. I can't. Even if even he messes up against smaller teams, when it comes to big teams, he is someone that more often than not, work rate wise, at the very least, will turn up. I don't hate on that opinion. I'd take Decore and Sommer. Do you know what I mean? Jose, it's 11 p.m. here in the United States. Chig, you remember Gunner Bang? You're sad that Saka was chosen. You are sad that Saka's chosen England over Nigeria. Who do you think should have won the Ballon d'Or? Robert, there's so many questions in that. First of all, I did not know if Saka has chosen England over Nigeria, unless he's obviously got a cap. I'm unaware of that. How do I not? Of course, I remember Gunner Bang. I was. Listen, I've known Lee for a long time. I was there through all three channels. 11 p.m. in the United States, so you must be on the West Coast. And Ballon d'Or, yeah, probably Lewandowski, to be fair. Thoughts on Havertz this season? Shitting myself. Shitting myself. You're a Chelsea fan, right? I think you guys are going to do good this season. I do. I think you're going to do good. Go check out when my Premier League predictor video comes out tomorrow for you guys. Make sure you check that out. I think you'll find it interesting where I've put Chelsea. California are really on fire. Yeah, for real. I hope everyone that is in the West Coast near that California area is okay. I think Sergio's in Texas, Alex is in Texas. I'm trying to think of the people in Cali. All my Cali people, anyway. I hope you're good. Stay safe, because I ain't gonna lie. So them bushfires that you guys get are crazy. Jerome, I'm in Boston. Okay, so you're East Coast. Do you think Willian is our attacking mid for the season? I hope we go for another mid. Yeah, I'm more worried about the fact that I think Willian is seen as a starter by a lot of our fans and possibly the manager. That worries me. I understand I'm saying that as someone that started Willian in my team, but I also made a case of saying, listen, this guy is a sub at best. I want to see him starting back-to-back games. Stay safe, Daniel. Stay safe, brother. If Bellerin stays, we might lose Niles this season. Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what they're waiting on. They're waiting on to see if Bellerin is able to be sold. And if he isn't, knowing that Wolves is there, then they may end up selling Maitland-Niles, which is just... This is why I said, I made that prediction 2 days ago for a reason. I said, at the time, Arsenal suddenly started linking Mainsley Maitland-Niles and Martinez with new contracts. Would not surprise me if he ends up selling both of them. So, Bertrand, I think there's an outside chance. I did see him with a white bib. That makes any difference. And the white bib was the same bib color as what Aubameyang has. And all the people with the blue bibs, you would expect them not to start games. People like Nelson, people like that were wearing the blue bibs. Would you start Willian versus Fulham, Shane? I did, Titus. I did. Check out my preview. I'll explain why. I explained why. I want Guendouzi gone. Me too. If Ozil starts again for Arsenal, I give up. Agreed. Aaron, agreed. I see Willian playing on the left-hand side as well. Interesting. Okay. Why is Ozil playing his fit and ready for selection? Because he's talking to the fans. He's letting them know that if I don't play, it's not because I don't want to. It's because the manager's not selecting me. Mr. Ward, I like your first name, my bro. Hey, Chig, with regards to Martinez, I know he performed well at the back end of the season, but is he worried that he hasn't done it in front of a lot of fans? So, Chris, Ola, my guy Ola, was the very first person to make that point to me about 3 months ago. And I thought it was an excellent point when we were doing, not 3 months ago, 2 months ago, when we were doing the season review. And he made that point to me. And I thought it was a valid point. But at the end of the day, let's not act like we ain't seen mistakes from players, even when fans ain't been there. So, I think I still don't think that's a reason to think that anything other than he's a good keeper. This has got a really good keeper, really good. Edison was crap without fans. See what I'm saying? I wanted someone to remind me. I was gonna say De Gea, but I weren't 100% sure of De Gea. Why is Kolasinac still here? Good question. I would imagine because Schalke has not paid the asking price. Ching, my bro, did you see Eduard play tonight? I heard he played well. I didn't watch the game, but I heard he played well. Couple more questions, guys, and I'm off, man. As you can imagine, I'm tired. What about playing Wills, Saka, Pepe, Uber as our front four? Yeah, means you're sacrificing Lacazette or Eddie. Aubameyang has shown he plays quite well from that left. But I can understand what you're saying, Orlu. I understand what you're saying. I think Willian would be a useful player this season. He offers versatility. I like him. I think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, people. I do worry if he's good enough for Arsenal. And to offer him a 3-year contract just sounds nuts to me. I don't want anti-maintenance to go, but worst case scenario, would you feel better if he signed a new contract and went on loan? I don't think he's going on loan, mate. I don't think so. I know, go. I'm going. Couple more questions and I'm out. 7:15, I'm out. That's 3 minutes. Lacazette holds up brilliantly, but just needs to make the run and finish, really. It's just a small thing then. I'd sell Nelson and Kolasinac. They're useless. Agreed. In fact, if I'm Nelson, I don't know why I'm not drumming that drum for some of the lower teams to come and get him. Yes, please do get them likes up. I recognize this early. But the only way that other people will see this is if you guys do your thing. So drill those like buttons for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. I'm less than 1,100 away now from getting 10K. 1,100 away. That's mad. We can do this. Daniel says he does not trust this midfield. Can we get Eduard and Partey? I don't think we'll get both. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we can get both. And if you ask me if there was only one I could get, who would it be? Partey all day long. Because we've not had a player like him in ages. Whereas with Eduard, we've had players like him. I think you are optimistic, but do you know what? I'm not going to crap on anyone for being optimistic. Why not? Personally, I think we should be aiming for the title. And then if we end up in fourth, even better. All right, Daniel, I'll see you in a few hours then. Jose, what position do you play in soccer? I used to play a defender, my bro. Barcelona are keeping Coutinho. Don't want Matteo Guendouzi or Hector Bellerin. I think you are clinging on to straws with that Hector Bellerin one. I remember you were shocked when I told you. Hopefully Barca could buy Gabriel Martinez. There you go. I think Nelson should go on loan to Dortmund. I think we should sell him to Dortmund. Yes, I have a match. All right, one more question, guys. One more question. I'm out of here. One more question. One more question. Give me a good question to bounce on. Good question to go on. Morning, man. Catching me on my way out. Waiting for these lot to come up with a question. All right, let's go with this one. If do you know, and I'll finish with Orolu's one as well. Aussie Guna, if Uber's goals dry up, where are we getting our goals? Well, we're hoping from midfield, hence why I think Willian's been bought, because he did have his best goal scoring season yet, even though it was only 9 goals, but he did provide assists. So yeah, I think it'll probably hopefully be Willian, and hopefully it'll be Pepe because we need that boy to step up, 100%. And then finally, I'm going to deal with my man, and that is why are the club selling Martinez? I don't, for me, I did not want Martinez to go. I still don't want Martinez to go, but I've had some time to think about it now. And quite frankly, if he's dictating to Arteta, saying either I play or go, then Arteta should let him go. Because you can't have these players dictating to you whether or not they should play or not. Even though I think he should. But just to show you I can be balanced, in my opinion, we shouldn't be giving in to a player's demand like that. So, yeah, it is what it is. Plus, and I said this yesterday, I'll say this again. If it amounts to us potentially getting a Partey and keeping a Ainsley Maitland-Niles through selling Martinez and hopefully for Bellerin going, I would do that Martinez deal all day long. So it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head out of here because I'm sleepy and I want a couple of hours before the match gets going. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'm out. Take care. Peace.